Many thanks for staying with us. It's still the conversation, and this is the second segment of the program. And as we're still talking about the festive season, we're preparing for it. The Osun State government has once again shown its commitment to easing holiday travel for Nigerians by offering free train rides from Lagos State to Osun. This thoughtful initiative designed to promote tourism, commerce, and ease the stress of holiday travels has garnered widespread attention. So, joining us this morning to shed more light on this initiative is the Honorable Commissioner for Commerce and Industry in Osun State, and we'll be discussing the logistics, impact, and vision behind this free train service. Thank you for joining us, Reverend Wumi Jeyo.
Kenyo, yes.
Yeah,
Good,
I got it right
good
there.
morning. Good morning. It's nice meeting you.
You're
to have you
welcome,
here,
sir.
sir.
So,
Yes.
let's begin this way. What inspired the Osun State government to offer free train rides during the season, most especially when the federal government is also doing it?
It has been a custom that this administration inherited from the previous administration, and there's no way we can stop it. A good initiative, especially at this period that I won't call it hardship, but things are difficult. Like I was saying to the audience at the radio station in the morning, to board a vehicle from Lagos to Oshogbo before the festive period is 15,000 per trip. And if you look, if it's a family of 6, that's going to be difficult. And His Excellency, Senator Dr. Ademola Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke, felt the only way that he can support the indigenes and of Osun and the friends of Osun, because it's not as it's a citizen of Osun that wants to come home to celebrate Christmas, the New Year, to support, like we did at during the Ileya festival. We want to repeat the same gesture. That's why the governor sponsored that everybody should have a free train ride from Lagos Ido Terminal to Oshogbo. We're going to have a stopover. We'll be having stopover in Ogun State, Abeokuta, in Oyo State, Ibadan, then to Oshogbo. Also, then there's a station in there. These are the stopover, and at each stopover, there's always a pickup or you drop off to Oshogbo. And the initiative is just for people to come and feel the development in Osun. I'm happy that you say you visited Osun in April. When you visited Osun in April, you can see that in preparation. But now most of the roads have been commissioned during our 2 years anniversary, which we are still into the 2 years anniversary. Many of it has been commissioned, and the developmental project of His Excellency is all over Osun, and he wants everybody to come and see, because you see the news, most of the news out there on the social media, they are not the real news. Some people will be, take for example, if you go to Britain and say it's like nobody can go out, or to America on the Facebook, they say, oh, to go out to Nigeria, you have to. Most of them are scared because of the news. Whereas we live here 24/7, no problem, especially in the Southwest. We are lucky. So that's why the governor wants people to come and see the developmental, feed the developmental projects that he has been undertaking, and also to make it a sort of ease of traveling, especially with people with large family. And this, on the 24th of the eve of Easter,
Christmas.
East of Christmas. That is when the first train will leave Ido Terminal
Lagos.
at 10 Lagos at 10 a.m. In the morning. Though you don't have to want to board a train that will go on by 10 and get there by 10. You have to be there early
in time.
just to be able to board, and at no charge. There's no intermediary, no touts. Nobody wants to. You don't pay for anything.
Passengers should just get
Just
there.
get
with
Get
there.
there.
No
they will-
eligibility.
I've organized the my staff in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry to be on ground to receive people, get them to fill form, just to must have
So
their
is
details.
there going to be any process like
To
you know,
ensure
Yeah, they will have
safety,
to. They will give them.
registration?
You give them forms. They'll
Okay.
be there a day before people start filling forms, because for security we must have details
Yeah.
of.
I was going to
Yeah.
ask what measures are in place to ensure the safety of passengers.
Yeah, every time that I mean, like I said, we did one during layer. We normally have security all through. Policemen covered and uniformed and uniformed ones to protect to and fro of the journey, and we've never had any issues since the government of Osun State have been doing it. And by the grace of God, we will not have any this time too. And also, there will be second takeoff again on the 30th of December for those that also want to come for the Christmas, that wants to come for the New Year. So by 10 a.m. on the 30th of December, the second trip to Osogbo. Same with stopover in Ogun State, stopover in Oyo, and finally destination in Osogbo. And the return trip will be on the 2nd of January 2025. Everybody will now be returned on the
We're
2nd.
still talking about safety. Are there any particular cut on the numbers of passengers that can travel at a time?
Is it all the coaches that we provided for, paid for by His Excellency, the governor? Once it's occupied, there's not any quality. It's first come, first serve. There's no.
So there will not be hanging.
No.
or
Everybody had to
standing,
be
or-
seated. Everybody had to be seated. There won't be. It's so safe and well organized. Like I said, it has been about a program that has been on for quite a while,
Okay.
for over a decade.
So the last question, what message do you have for Osun indigents who would want to take up this opportunity?
Yeah, well, I want to encourage them to come and see the infrastructure, all the infrastructure development of Osun. Come home, come and celebrate with your family. See for yourself the developmental projects within Osun. And also, you'll be able to have relationship with your family, especially those that once a year celebrants. And also your family tie is very important. Most people, somebody was telling me the other time that when he gets to Ikirun, he doesn't believe it. If you get to Osun now, some people will not be able to locate their premise or their family house.
I have been to Osun once, Ikire. I went to Ikire.
Okay,
Okay.
yes.
Just before you go, I'd like you to take the date again.
Okay, like I said, the first trip to Osogbo will be on the 24th of December. That's Christmas Eve at 10 a.m. To leave Ido Terminal to Osogbo. That is, we have a stopover at Ogun State, Oyo State, and final destination in Osogbo. And on the 30th, which is a day before the New Year Eve, we'll take off again to Osogbo. And on the 2nd of January 2025, we have a return of everybody to
There are various.
Lagos
Oh,
or
so
wherever they are, or
Ogun,
wherever
Ogun.
they are. Yes.
Coming
yes.
from. All right.
Like I told them earlier in the morning, if you have any inquiry, if anybody wants to ask you for money, or don't give anybody, it's free of charge. And if you need to have a contact, because it's always good. You can call my acting PS on this number, which I want to give out now: 0816 585 4743. I repeat, it's Mr. Tajuddin Adigun, is director of.
What's my maiden name?
Yes, it's Mr. Tajuddin Adigun. It's 0816 585 4743 or 0808 970 0224. 0808 970 0224. That's Mr. Tajuddin Adigun, who is the acting permanent secretary of Ministry of Commerce and Industry of Osun State. Because once you must have a contact person for any inquiries.
Yeah.
That's why I just gave that.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Reverend Bumi Jenyo,
Yes.
Honorable Commissioner, Commerce and Industry, Osun State. And he has spoken about the Osun State government's free train initiative for the festive season. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
The conversation continues after this. Stay with us.